Hi YouTube, it's Larissa. It is actually 10 to 2 a.m. Um, I've been up for a couple of hours watching YouTube videos and Facebooking because I was really feeling sick yesterday and this morning, so I slept most of the day. Um, I came across a video on Facebook and I'm not sure who posted the video, but anyway, it was a video about a woman that was walking around somewhere wearing a mirrored mask, and there was a lot of hate towards her, and it was sort of geared towards people that were transphobic. Like, people that were transphobic were hating on her, and it actually got violent. At one point in the video, the woman wearing the mirrored mask was walking, and this younger blonde girl ran up to her and started kicking her ankles to try and make her trip because she was wearing heels. So the mirrored woman turned around and walked towards her, and everyone, including the girl that was kicking at her, ran away. And this larger, older woman, and to me it looked like it may have been the younger girl's mom that was kicking at her ankles. Anyway, she charged at the girl. Well, not really. She walked towards the girl. The girl that was kicking at her ankles took off running. A larger, shorter woman, an older woman, like, went with them. Like, she was walking with them, like she was speed walking, I guess. And as soon as the mirrored woman turned around and continued walking the direction that she was walking, the shorter, bigger, older woman went running at her and pushed her really hard. And the mirrored woman hit the ground pretty hard. She cut her knee and she hit the ground pretty hard. Like, some of the people in the crowd that were watching thought, oh, she just got knocked out. And she just lay there still for quite a while, and I'm not sure, she may have hit her head. But I think in the video you can hear people asking, like, oh, is she dead? Is she dead? She was fine, I guess. She may have injured her head somewhat and cut her knee from the fall. But the woman that ran at her waited until the mirrored woman had her back turned, and then she decided that she was bold enough and brave enough to charge at her and throw her, like, push her to the ground, and then run off in some other direction. This, upset me quite a bit because I had been jumped before. There were two girls. I think it was two or three girls, and the rest were guys. So I think it was two girls, five guys had jumped me and threw me into a ditch off the side of the road and left me for dead. All they did really was, I had a black eye, some bruising. My lip was swollen, some bruising on my face, a few broken ribs. But when I had gotten jumped, I'm not sure, it was a couple of years ago, I think. When I had gotten jumped, it was 7 people that jumped me. They had left me for dead. Like, they jumped me and they carried me towards the side of a road, this ditch, threw me. And I think somebody had called 911. I think somebody had seen these people beating up on me. And somebody had called 911, I guess. And I can hear the sirens of the police and the ambulance as I laid there, covered in blood. And a guy and a girl were still standing over me, and the rest had ran away because, the cops were coming and the ambulance was coming to get me. And the girl stopped just before they started to run, and I was trying to look up at them to see who they were and to see if I could recognize them or give a description to the police. And I was trying to look up at them and maybe recognize their voice or, give a description. Anyway, the girl said, she's gonna speak, we gotta shut her up, she's gonna go to the cops, she's gonna speak, she's gonna rat on us. And the guy was like, well, let's shut her up then. Let's shut her up so she can't go to the cops. Silence that bitch. And he told her to run up and stomp my neck. He's like, stomp her neck. Fuck, let's stomp her neck and run. And I think she said she couldn't do it. And he ran up and he stomped on my neck and they booked it. I can hear them running. Obviously, they didn't, break my neck or anything. I think I probably had a bruise on my neck at the time because, he stomped on my neck. And it scared me. It scared me into thinking that I couldn't live my life as me anymore. I stayed with one of my friends, and nobody really knew where he lived because he was really secretive at the time. He didn't want people partying at his place. He didn't want anyone knowing where he lived. And I'm not going to mention his name or what city he lived in, but it was here in the Lower Mainland. And he found out about what happened because I had posted all over Facebook about what happened. Anyway, my friend found out, and he was like, he sent me a private message on Facebook, and he was like, hey, he's like, I'm living at this place, you can, meet me here, and we'll go to my place. Nobody has to know where you are or who you're with. And so I met him at a certain place. We went to his place, and I talked to my family on Facebook to let them know that I was okay, the extent of my injuries and all that sort of thing, any details that they needed to know about what had happened. And some of my friends and people that I know on my Facebook were, asking where I was, if I was okay, all sorts of things like that. So I just updated my status. So it's like, my current location will not be disclosed. I worded it real fancy. I was just like, okay, I'm not telling anyone where I am. All you need to know is that I'm safe where I am, and until I feel safe enough to leave my location, no one is going to know where I am. I'm not telling anyone where I am. I'm not telling anyone who I'm with. And, a lot of people are like, okay, well, I hope things get better. And I think I hid for a couple of weeks. I didn't really go anywhere. My friend took care of me. He just, he let me stay at his place. I went on Facebook, chatted with some close friends that were supportive, and I kept in contact with my family through Facebook and just listened to music and, watch videos on YouTube. He went to work, he came home, we talked, he just let me hide because I was scared. And seeing videos still being posted to this day, I mean, it's April 24th, 2015, even to this day, there's still a lot of hate towards trans people. And the more I see trans women being assaulted or murdered, um, or hated on and committing suicide, the more I see it, the more I get scared for my life. There are times where I feel like I almost wish I could change who I am on the inside so that I don't have to live in fear anymore. It breaks my heart that, I can't change who I am, and because of that, because I was born a certain way, my life could be in danger. I get a lot of support from my family and my friends, and people that look up to me, people that don't even know me, but people that know of me and look up to me online, people that follow me on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook. I have a lot of support, but there are still those times when I see what's going on to some women, or I hear stories about trans people, and it scares me. It really, really scares me, and I just hope that, one day I'm going to be able to live my own life as I am and not have to live in fear. I think for the most part, I usually am just a happy, funny person, and I really try not to let people's hate affect me. I really like to think that I live a happy life, but sometimes it just gets hard and I get scared, and I don't want to be scared anymore. I don't want to live in fear. I guess I just wanted to share my thoughts and feelings about, you know, seeing some of the hate on trans women and share a little bit about what I've been through. Maybe this will shine some light on transphobia, and people will see how it affects the women that they are abusing. This